Hey, MarkKing here, and in news that's no surprise, ex-boss CBS media won't give a bias because they lose money. This is by the WND staff. Uh, Contends liberal-leaning press has passed its tipping point. A former president of CBS News believes it's too late to correct the left-leaning bias of the established media. This is why they need to collapse. Okay, when news agencies have become biased, you, you're no longer needed. Okay, when you openly push lies, smear campaigns, and are no longer neutral, you shouldn't be in the newspaper game. Okay. Again, my theory goes back 10 years ago. They were forced by the government to hire a bunch of people who actually believe in social justice, such as females and urban type people, if you get my drift. And they hired other people with the same belief system, and that explains why it's overrun with um, with such biases, especially liberal biases. Because again, most of the media companies are located on the coast, right? And what you find on the coast is a lot of indoctrination from the colleges and the universities, and the students can't think for themselves. I know adults who can't think for themselves. They're more educated than me, and yet they can't think for themselves. They just repeat every talking point possible and pretend like it's their own ideas. Anyway, it's like, again, there's a difference between intelligence and being smart, right? Smart people just tend to um, I shouldn't say smart, no. Intelligence and educate people, okay? Intelligent people can form their own ideas, put pieces of information and put it together and form and get new ideas. Educate people just repeat things constantly. Okay, there's nothing new from them. Anyway, Soto recalls hearing President Reagan foreign policy advisor Janine, yeah, whatever, Kilpatrick, a one-time Democrat, telling him 35 years ago it's too late for the liberal media to turn to the center. Again, 35 years ago, it's about 15 years when the first uh, communist push happened in the universities. So it's a right time frame. That's the point I'm trying to make. Right, it's right time frame. So it happened in universities, Hollywood, the media, the politicians, and places with social influence. Right, that's where they that's essentially where they infiltrated. Anyway, calling her prophetic, he noted that the top newspapers, three broadcast networks, and two of the three leading cable news sources are unrelenting liberal in their fear and loathing of the president. Okay, this is the quote. The news media is catching up with the liberalism of the professoriate, the entertainment industry, upscale magazines, and literary web. Basically, that's everything I just said. He writes, recent arrivals are late night TV hosts. Man, oh man, some of them are really unfunny. I have to do a story on Jimmy Fallon, but my God, that guy is absolutely unfunny. If he ever was, I must have missed it. I must have blinked when he made a joke and had my ears clogged because this guy's unfunny. Anyway, Sawyer was president of CBS News from 82 to 83. Again, this was the golden age of television. You had all the great stuff, like the Golden Girls, and it was probably right at the beginning. I think I Love Mary with Children. You know, it's just awesome stuff, man. Edgy stuff. Anyway, he observed that much of journalism has become the clarion voice of resistance, dedicating and ousting the president. Again, all of them are serving the communist agenda, right? A lot of them don't even know who they're serving. They're just, again, repeating talking points from people above them because they're unbright enough, okay? Even though he was legally elected, absolutely. And that's the thing that's scary. Like, they don't, they want to see America die because somebody who's legally elected isn't who they wanted. Absolutely insane. I don't like Obama, but never did I want him to fail. Because if he failed, I failed. Of course, he failed me because he pushed that social justice initiative. So what do I know? Anyway, more important, how would a large segment of the public ever put stock in journalism? Again, journalism is dead. Okay, they'll never hire. I'm not gonna say they'll never hire a guy like me. I actually might have the right skin tone depending on the time of day, right, and the year, and the month, and the season. But once they know who you are, they won't hire you. If they know I'm not Orange Man bad, I tend to believe in masculine. I dislike, despise, disagree with feminism. They'll never hire me. Same thing with the school system, right? If you have a very female centric lady boss type person, they're gonna like try to they will try to oust those people. Okay, they want people who think like them, right? And this is a problem with the school system, much like the media. Okay, both industries I wanted to be in, but I feel a bit betrayed. Anyway, he says the media seem uninterested in issues of bias. Okay, that again, they're not interested. Again, they're gonna want these bailouts again. They will collapse because I again, my heart of hearts, I really believe that people are smarter than they are. Right? I doubted them for the 2016 election, and they disproved me. But then in 2018, it's like what happened? What happened in midterms? But again, it's I see people say this online. It's probably due to women. They went even more far left because of the Kavanaugh stuff. They felt they were the in terms of their groups, they felt they were the victims. I'll leave that here. Okay, share, save, subscribe, thumbs up. Okay, bye. These people aren't your friends.